Welcome, everyone. My name is Roberto Regas with ODEI, and we are here again with Frank Cooper with the US Census, and we are very excited to have you. There's so much important information to know about the census, and Mr. Cooper, we'd love for you to start sharing with us about the US Census.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Roberto, for having me again today, man. It's such a pleasure and an honor to be able to speak on this platform. But just so everybody knows, the census is still going on. We extended the deadline to October 30th. So for those who have not self-responded, you still can. Preferably, you can do it through paper form. There's a hotline number that you guys can call, which I will give you guys the number again. Or you guys can go to my2020census.gov to do the online questionnaire. It takes about, depending on the size of your family, it can take anywhere between 3 to 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how big your family is. It's just myself. I was able to finish in 2 minutes. So it just really depends on your family size. But the way I see it is that some people make a plan that, oh man, I have 12 members in my family. It might take me 20 minutes to do it. Well, the thing about this, 20 minutes once every 10 years to me is not a bad deal, especially if we're trying to get federal funding to our neighborhoods and to our communities. So what is 20 minutes to make sure that our students, our kids have, reduced lunch program opportunities at school, to make sure that our roads are paved in the most, hostile areas as far as construction, or to make sure that our elderly gets Medicaid and Meals on Wheels, in a timely fashion. So a lot of these different programs are all federally funded programs that are pulled from census numbers. So, this is one of the few things that we have as people, that our voice matters, our voice counts, and strength in numbers really, really plays a role in deciphering how much money comes to our communities.
Right. No, that's definitely important, and it's once every 10 years, correct?
Absolutely, once every 10 years. And the reason why it's so important, let's say you had a child this year in 2020. By the time the next census rolls around, that child will be 10 years old. So think about all the different programs that child could benefit from, like CHIP, Children's Health Insurance, like reduced lunch programs, like playgrounds for your neighborhood. Let's
Right.
say let's say there's an influx of kids moving to the Fort Bend area or to the Harris County area. Well, we may need more recreation centers for them, playgrounds. We might need to get an elementary school built. These play a role into figuring out how many people living on their area, especially children. So, yeah, very, very important. Everybody matters. We don't care if you're a citizen, undocumented, if you're a human being and you're alive, you have a heartbeat. We got to count you because
Yeah.
it really plays a part into how much money we get to our communities.
No, that is definitely true, and it happens every 10 years. And so whenever there's services that are needed, people just don't go into that area and count who needs it. They all go by the census.
Ab-
So
Absolutely, and especially for businesses too. Like if I'm, if I'm a restaurant owner and I serve a certain style of food, I want to know who's in my area that I can cater to. If I want to, I'm Liberian and Congolese, so if I want to put that in an African market, well, I know Southwest Houston, the A-Leaf area has a high concentration of
yeah,
Nigerians and other African nations. So if I'm a restaurant owner in the African community, I want to know where my clientele could possibly be at. So the census really does play a part in that, uh, not just for regular people, but also for business owners.
right. And this is just counting bodies, and so it's important. So it's not like you're collecting any other um, prying information. So it, like you said, it's helpful for all types of situations when it comes to services.
Absolutely. And the census, we just deal with statistical data. Statistical data. So we're not asking for your social security number. We're not asking how much money you make. Nothing like that. The questionnaire is derived from the questions that we ask are who's head of household, who all lives with you, the birthdays, and your address. And that's it. If anybody comes across any type of form that asks for what you do for a living, how much money you make, your social security number, throw that out. That is not us. And this is the season where you will get a lot of fake questionnaires, a lot of hackers, things of that nature. So if those questions are being asked, just know that that's not us and report that website if possible.
Definitely. And this is all, the official one is from the US Census themselves.
That's correct. Yeah, the US Census Bureau, which is a part of the Department of Commerce. So that is us. So my2020census.gov. And more importantly, if there's a .gov behind the website address, that's more likely that's us. Because that's encrypted. So look for that .gov and just look for the certain questions that might come up as peculiar, like salary and social security and things of that nature.
Right. So and for everyone out there, it's important to kind of to be wary, but we are here to kind of really promote everyone filling it out. I know with I haven't seen the latest numbers, but how much of Houston has actually completed it?
Harris County is roughly around 57% as of right now response, which we want to, of course, get higher. That's roughly over half. Fort Bend right now is the highest county in the state of Texas. They're rocking around 77, 78%. So we're trying to, and a lot of it is just education, right? Like before I started the census, working for the census, I had no idea how important it was. I remember being a kid and just like having people knock on our doors. My mom be like, "Hey, don't answer that. That's the government. Don't answer that." So but we never knew the importance behind it and what it meant for our household. Now that I'm older, I'm able to explain to my mom now about what it means. And even my mom, she didn't know what it was. She, her being, an immigrant from a different country, she was, there was nervousness there. You never know who's coming and knocking your door to take you away from your family. So I get the stigma, I get the hysteria behind it, but the Department of Commerce, we don't work with ICE. We don't work with the Department of Immigration. We are our own separate entity. So it's not our job to report, who's legal, who's not legal. That's not our business. We're just trying to do our civic duty to make sure that we get an accurate count of how many people live in the U.S. so we can give federal dollars to those communities. That's all we care about.
Right.
Your answers, and that goes to another point. Your answers that are submitted on the questionnaire is completely confidential. So we can't share that with anybody. I'm a sworn government worker, so I can't share that with ICE. I can't share that with the Department of Defense.
Or some marketing company or anything like that.
Yeah, your answers are completely confidential. And if I was to share that, I can go to jail for 5 years and pay a hefty fine. So I don't have the time, no money to deal with that kind of drama. So yeah, so Title 13 protects all people and their answers that they convey on the questionnaire.
Perfect. Now, with the reason I really wanted to talk to you again, I really wanted to promote this, and also I know with everything that's been going on right now, I really want to help engage, especially with our students here at TSU, help them connect with the communities around TSU and around their own homes and where they come from, and to really let them know that this is one of the first steps to kind of really get engaged with the community. This is actually something that's part of it. It benefits the community so much. So everyone out there, it's important to really fill out the census, to encourage everyone to do it. So not just your own household, but maybe your uncle's household, your aunt's household, right? Your sister, like everybody on the block. And when is the last day to complete the census?
October 30th is the last day.
October 30th. Is that the date that was moved up?
Yeah. Originally it was August. It was August 12th, and then we extended it again with the COVID cases going up. We wanted to extend to give people opportunity to respond. But as of right now, we do have enumerators going house to house, business to business, group quarters to group quarters, making sure that people are being counted.
Perfect. Well, everyone, do your part as part of the community. If you see people kind of shying away from the census takers, let them know what's up. It's important. Once every 10 years, it benefits the whole community. Yes, I know for my mom, she doesn't speak English, so I know that's always been a deterrent, but I know there is material in other languages as well, just in case, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And while we're talking about that, let me put the phone number that people can call to self-respond. Should have this out earlier. So for the hotline number, we have 13 different languages on there, including Spanish. So for the call center, people can call 1-800-923-8282.
Okay.
Or go to ask.census.gov. And when you call that number, it'll give you a bunch of options to like what language you want to hear in order to fill out your questionnaire. So that's a good way to do it over the phone.
Perfect. So that's pretty easy too. You don't need a computer. So sometimes we don't have access, right?
Absolutely.
So by phone, in person, if you hear a knock on the door, and it's your census taker, and then online as well. I know, Mr. Cooper, you made a video to walk everyone through the online process. So I was going to obviously repost that again. So that is going to be an easy way for everyone to kind of follow and help encourage people to complete the census. So please share that as well. Please share this interview. And Mr. Cooper, check out for him on the streets. And is there any other contact information that they may need or may want to use if they want to reach out to someone with the census?
Yeah, if you go to ask.census.gov, there's a worth of contact information for people who may have questions about the census, about any of the questions, about the process. We have numerous contacts on there on ask.census.gov in case people want to inquire about certain aspects of the census and how it all works.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Was there any other vital information that we need to know about the census right now?
Yeah, and if guys are looking for work, we are still hiring for enumerators. So if you go to census.gov /jobs, I'm sorry, 2020 census.gov /jobs, you can go on there, fill out an application, and create a profile. We still need workers. So yeah, I mean, it's temporary, but they pay for your mileage and they pay weekly. So you can't beat that.
And they pay pretty well.
Yeah, Harris County right now, they're paying between $22 to $25 an hour right now. So each county varies as far as the pay scale. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking for part-time work, you're looking for something to do in the evening time, on the morning time, please apply, man. We definitely need people.
Perfect. Well, that will definitely be on this post and the video as well. So anybody needs a temporary position, y'all apply as well. Mr. Cooper, thank you as always. So I will keep posting these videos and encouraging everyone to do the census. And if there's any other information, they will know to look everything up on ask.census.
Yes, ask.census.gov.
Yep. So, Mr. Cooper, thank you so much for your time. This is awesome. And I'm glad that you're doing the work that you're doing and you're helping the community. And I want everyone to kind of engage just like Mr. Cooper. So.
Thank you so much for having me, Roberto. I mean, it means a lot. I mean, we couldn't do it without you guys. I know our partners, you guys giving us this platform to speak on it and reach to your clientele and to your community. It really means a lot. And you guys are the true heroes in all of this, man. And it means a lot, man. It really does.
No, thank you. I mean, this is all for the community, for the students, for all the young kids that are growing up and they need the services. They can't wait 10 years to get what they need. So then they won't need them anymore.
Absolutely.
So thank you again, sir.